Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor. Once again, I'm here with my father,
Kevin.
And today we are covering a record that I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we're covering this record. Usually I kind of just say the name and we get into it. But it's a record that I listen to a lot. I'll say at least 20 times.
20 times?
15 to 20. So I was in London, and when I'm over in London or the UK in general, I like to listen to UK artists. I was going through my London bands, and I know they're not London or UK or England, but I was listening to the New Fontaines a lot, and Wunderhorse kept coming up in my recommendations through people on Twitter and also through just like listening to UK artists over there. I just really fell in love with this record. Midas is the new record. So every time I listened to it, I was listening to it on the plane and on the train and
the automobiles. Great movie, by the way.
I know. I was listening to it basically every time I was traveling, like from one place to another, and it was a record that, as I was listening to it, I was like, oh man, you'll enjoy it. Production-wise, lyric-wise, vocal-wise, surprised me because you'll notice, first track we get into, I'm like, okay, interesting vocalist, nothing crazy. And then some vocals happen that I'm like, wow, this is actually really good.
Good vocals, yeah.
Very good, vocalist. The writing is fantastic, and I'm not going to hype the album up too much because I want you to have your own opinion going into it, but I'll just say that I really enjoyed it. I listened to it a lot. Track number 1, Midas.
Nice.
Right away, I knew you were going to like these drums.
The voices of the sea came crawling down the telephone, somewhere between a chessboard and a nursery rhyme.
See that vocal right there? I was like, oh, okay.
Great voice. I love his voice.
Yeah, I know. Super heavy, but airy at the same time.
And clean and tight.
Yeah.
Come on, kid. You think we got a deal here? Threw his head back like a pelican and straightened his tie. You're making me kind of nervous. With a click of his silver fingers, I was falling through the sky.
It's good to hear this music being made right now. You know that?
In 2024.
Yeah.
Track number 1, Midas. What do you think?
I think that was absolutely fantastic. I have to tell you, when we were setting up the other day for the Declan interview, I had Declan Spotify playing, and then I heard this band, and I don't know who it was, and I went, I'm like, what the living fuck is that? And I took another shot of my whiskey, and I went in there, and it was Wunderhorse. I shut it off right away.
Yeah, because you knew we were going to do it.
I did, but I didn't know what.
Was it off? Do you recognize it? Was it that song?
No.
It might have been something off the debut.
But I was just like, wow, what? This is rock.
Yeah.
It's rock. It's
incredible voice. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was talking about it in the beginning of the episode, I said, I first listened to it and I was like, okay, cool voice. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. And then he's hitting those, when he's saying Midas and he's hitting those certain notes, I'm like, oh, okay, he's not just like a
one-trick pony.
One-trick pony. He's got some...
that's funny, Wunderhorse pony.
Wunderhorse pony, yeah.
You said it really well, though. It was... sometimes it was clear. Yeah, sometimes you can get it when you get a heavy guitars and all that kind of thing. It gets muddy. It wasn't muddy at all. It started off
this airiness to it, which I really like.
Yeah, just enough space for things to breathe, and it was really cool. That was a short track. I didn't really listen to the lyrics too much. I was just fucking with the music. But it's so nice to hear. It's just nice to hear rock.
Yeah,
rock and roll, man.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because there's so many good bands that are coming out of the UK, and there's good ones in North America too. That rock and just making really solid rock music.
Yeah,
cock rock, post punk. Yeah, indie rock, all different kinds of rock that's coming out. And it's just funny when I hear people talk about how rock and roll is dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not in the mainstream, you know? It's not pop and hip hop. Those are the two ones that are dominating the charts, but it's nowhere near dead. Like, it's
there's
like,
a lot going on.
There's so many great bands. Track number 2, Rain. You want some heat?
Yeah, I'd like some heat, yeah. I want bleeding ears.
Did it crawl up on your shoulders? Did it crawl around your name? Did it slowly snatch the sunlight out of every waking day? Do you feel the rain?
This is good, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, it's fucking in my wheelhouse.
I knew it. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I gotta show this to you.
This brings me back.
Brings you back where?
Just to the 90s rock for me.
When you were really getting into
Yeah, I was just
following music and stuff.
Yeah, 90s when I was just really... Love that melody.
It's got a live off the floor kind of feel at certain parts.
Well, this too. It was like,
Yeah.
that was fucking great. You know what? I love that. Do you feel the rain? Did it crawl upon your shoulders? Did it coil around your name? Did it slowly snatch the sunlight out of every waking day? Mm-hmm. And you banish it and you vanish it. That phrase there is fucking. The way he sings it is fantastic. But something still remains. But something staring still remains in the empty frame. Do you feel the rain?
Yeah, and you said this reminds you of just like when you were. I know it doesn't sound like 90s rock.
Yeah.
90s rock has a very distinct sound.
Yeah.
But it brings you back to that feeling you had, I guess.
Just the rawness of guitars, well mixed drums.
Yeah.
You know, Nirvana. That just whole feeling of rock again. It's getting old and seeing and stuff that you grew up with come back is a nice feeling. Like the pants you're wearing.
Yeah, I got these big baggy pants.
You know what I mean? Like, and plaid and shit like that. Yeah, like, I'm basically right now, I'm dressed exactly the way. If you look at my 25th birthday
dressed the same way.
I have a hat and a red plaid and exactly the same. And I was listening to rock music.
Yeah. Yeah. So it kind of, the culture stays the same.
Yeah.
You just kind of left it for a bit, really.
Yeah. I just left it for a good chunk of time, right?
Yeah. And now
this
you're back.
Little thing happened here.
Yeah. You had a child.
Yeah.
And that kind of fucked things up. So I apologize for that.
It didn't fuck it up. It made my life better.
Thank you.
That was an awkward pause.
Track number 3, Emily.
You know, I can say I don't know any Emilys.
I don't either. Any Emilys watching?
Yes.
Please comment.
This time is killing me slowly. Oh, well.
Do you hear what I'm saying with the phrasing though?
Yeah.
It's got a bit of that 90s. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's the side stick there?
Yeah.
That fucking makes it. I love that. I absolutely love the reversal right now. I'm talking about grunge, where it was quiet and went crazy.
Yeah.
Now we're doing the opposite.
I think there's going to be some surprises on this record, though, once we get a little further in.
Yeah, this fuck, Emily's hot. I love that they're leaving
at the end.
Yeah,
of
I love that. Yeah, it's great, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the doing the old fade out or something, or
and then just stopping.
And stop. Yeah,
no.
I like having that. It just feels real. It feels like somebody's grabbing a beer and someone's putting their guitar down and it's feeding back on their Marshall and shit like that.
Yeah, it's
right?
got this raw feeling to it. Another straightforward, just like fucking really solid rock song. I was saying in that song, I think you'll be surprised as we get through this record because it's not just 10 tracks of this. Like I feel like we've had 10 or 3 tracks that are just pretty solid.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. I don't want you to get feel like, oh man, is it going to be a fucking 40 minutes of just this?
I wouldn't mind that though.
No, yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't mind it, but there's some nice surprises along the way.
There's a fucking flute solo, isn't there?
A big flute solo.
But I want to go back and say, okay, I keep referencing the 90s only because there was a little bit of phrasing there and also the sound. Just I'm fucking craving rock again, right?
Yeah.
Sort of reminded me a bit of I Love You.
Oh, Fontaines.
Yeah, Fontaines.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Where they just go and fucking build, and they go to nice.
Yeah.
I love surprises.
Yeah, well, let's keep going then.
Yeah.
Track number 4, Silver.
I've always known an anger, and I've always known a shame. I felt it like a hunger before I knew my name. So fill me up with poison and pour me down the drain.
Love that groove.
Yeah.
I'll warm your bed, I'll pull your threads and fill your head with something dark.
Great voice.
See what I mean? This one sounds pretty different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot janglier.
Yeah.
Nice falsetto there. I was just gonna
fuzzy guitar.
I was gonna say when we get it, there needs to be a bit of solo in this song. That's great. Listen to this. Why do breakdowns always fucking still sound cool? No matter
any age, any year.
You know what? It's like a fucking a black and white suit. You can't go wrong when you do a breakdown where it's just even for like 4 bars.
Yeah, 4 bars. It's gonna be great.
It's
Doesn't
fucking great.
matter
Yeah.
What year you're in? You're gonna love it. Do you agree that sounded different than the first?
For
3?
sure. Yeah.
Like a different sound almost. Like
Completely.
it fit the record, but
Yeah.
not as heavy. A little more airy and spacious. Closer to track 1. I would say in terms of sound.
That's the jangly guitars, like the clean guitars. I think there was a little bit of acoustic in there. I could hear some.
There
acoustic.
was,
yeah. But that his voice is great. He did a falsetto in there.
Yeah, a couple of times throughout the record so far, and we're coming up on two of my favorite tracks. So I'm really excited to just get into these.
Okay,
two.
let's just shut up.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
I'm done.
Just fucking be quiet.
That's not. I'm finished.
Track number 5, Arizona.
There's a space that's always empty. There's a ghost without a name. And when it rains in Arizona and the desert flowers bloom, there's a wind.
This makes me warm inside. You know that?
It's got that feeling, yeah.
I just feel fucking.
It gives me like a comfort feeling.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Where do you go to, my love?
Again, we've done it again, eh?
The lower.
I love it. I think it's so cool.
Chorus.
Where do you go to, my love? Where do you go to?
Nice, double up there.
Heaven will hold you, my love.
That grittiness. in the
Gritty
chorus.
there, yeah.
Do you see why that's like one of my favorites on here?
Oh, completely. You know, I'm going to get into not a weird topic, but structurally, I knew everything that was going to happen in that song. Mm-hmm. I knew the melody right off the bat. Very, like, it is one of those
Pretty straightforward.
straightforward, a very typical melody. I could, you know what I mean? For 3 years, we've been listening to so much different music that to me is what I tried to get away from. Mm-hmm. That structure, right?
When you were writing music, yeah.
Yeah. I forced myself out of that. But what is in my body and what is in my heart and what is in my soul, and you know that, is that.
Yeah, well, that's why I listened to this, and that song brought me so much warmth and comfort.
Yeah.
I was on the plane listening to it, and I'm like, I don't want to get too deep and spiritual or anything, but it's like I was listening to that song on the plane.
Yeah.
And it gave me this comfort feeling, and it was almost like I felt like a connection to you, just knowing that, this song is something that you also
would resonate with.
Yeah, and you put me on to this type of music.
Yeah.
You know, at a young age.
Yeah.
Like, I totally random band to compare it to, but you know, you look at some early Coldplay or Keen stuff that you were playing in the house, like relatively simple structure for their melodies and stuff, but it gave you this warmth for me, at least. It gave me this warm feeling and this comfort, and I got that instantly with Arizona. Track number 6, Superman.
This feels like the rain just stopped and the clouds opened up a bit and the sun just came through. You feel warmth on your back.
I feel like I'm drifting. I spread my arms.
Nice. Glad he didn't say legs. I'm so happy it went to this.
Yeah, not just.
Yeah, I love that. It's a really old school ride.
Friends in my family. I wish I could show them the power inside me.
Love the lyrics in this one.
Yeah.
Love when he goes up there. He's got a great. Hands down, my favorite track.
No, it was my favorite as well.
That you didn't even have to tell me that. I would have said that. I absolutely loved it. I loved that it didn't swell and go too super heavy.
Yeah.
I thought
the lyrics are beautiful.
You know what? When a song can make me think right away of rain just finishing and the sky opening up, and then I go down to the lyrics and it's
you can visualize everything.
I had that thing. They already made me visualize that. It wasn't the exact same thing, but he is talking about going up and up into the sky,
airplane, and
and going up out of the office and getting out off the ceiling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that was already done. They did the job by setting that in my head already.
Yeah,
it reminds me of The Weeknd. Like it really reminds me of House of Balloons. Like the music in House of Balloons right away sets me, before I even hear the lyrics for it, I think of this cold Toronto thing,
subway,
right? And I love that people can do that.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like and his voice was on point. And then you only get, the great thing is that
not too many lyrics.
No, it's verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, and then you have 3 Supermans. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the chorus.
But they're like strong and powerful.
Yeah, and it's not a conventional A, B, C, construction of a song, right?
Yeah.
It's verse, 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 chorus. That's it.
Yeah. Track number 7, July.
Interesting sound.
Yeah.
Fucking great tone.
Real industrial sounding. I forgot about this song. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a wall. You know what I mean about the 90s with some of the... Come on, like,
for sure, 100%.
Wow. Nice pan, on the drums?
Yeah. great panning.
I
on
know.
those drums.
Yeah.
I think it's the only track they've done panning like that.
Yeah. It's full left ear to right ear.
Yeah.
Look at, this is the stuff you were saying. Off the floor, it sounds, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, if I played that right now for somebody
Yeah.
my age, I would say, hey man, check out the song. You
They'd
know
be
what I mean?
like, what's this? Like 1990 something?
They would probably think, yeah, it's. Have you heard? I would just fuck with them and say, have you heard this?
You heard
is
this from
yeah, 92.
92 came out of
Yeah.
Seattle. I would love to know if that song was placed there like to kind of give almost a release from Superman, because you know how Superman kind of has this slow build,
Yeah,
but it's not that heavy of an ending. Like he says Superman, but it's heavy, but it's not like that. So to me it feels like almost like July was an important kind of release after Superman.
after Superman, yeah.
Like, and I feel like the placement in the record is very important. You know, like you wouldn't want July as track number 2. Track number 8, Cathedrals. Look at the stars.
Yes.
How they shine for you.
Yeah, that open hi-hat.
Yeah, it's just that you think of that.
Yeah.
Shipwrecks in the sea. There are horses all in the flames. They go racing down my veins. Inside. What are you trying to do?
Let it go out.
That's a lot of fuzz there.
You could definitely hear the Joni Mitchell influence on these
Yes,
songs.
that was very.
No, I'm really curious about their actual influences. I know they stated Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and stuff as influences, but obviously that's not entirely the case.
No, well,
I mean, maybe Crazy Horse, Neil Young,
Yeah,
but I feel like that's probably, it's on Wikipedia and it's probably pulled from an interview where maybe they're talking about lyrics or something like that. Because, yeah, I feel like there's so many bands that it reminds me of, like,
yeah.
that I'm just curious what they all listen to, like
Yeah.
each member and what they bring to the table when they're writing a song.
I have to say that was my least favorite of the album, just because it was just, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I turned into a bit of a phrasing snob. Like, there are chipnuts on the sea, there are blossoms on a tree, there's a little part of me that is you.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
That's also one that I'm not like crazy for.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one I'm not crazy for. But I mean, I like it on the album, but
Yeah.
it's not like each one has been like a kind of like a whoa, that's
Yeah,
incredible. This one's just like okay, it's a good song.
Yeah, it was okay.
There's some ones here on there that are out of the box, some that are in the box,
Yeah,
and that one felt like it was in the box a little too much.
too tight. Yeah, a little bit too tight.
But track number 9, Girl. I like their airier, softer mixes.
So do I. I
songs,
got
yeah.
it, but I like the hard too. Really like the la-las.
Yeah.
Underneath the pale kiss and how I long to touch you, how I long to hold you, how I long to lose myself again. 1,000 angels
So kind of another straightforward in the box song, but I felt like they executed that one a lot better than
for sure
Cathedrals to me at least.
Yeah, I think it's so strange for me to be witnessing this right now because this just came out recently, right?
This year, yeah.
This year, because it's if people are fucking with this, like the sound that I'm thinking about is coming back.
Well, this is, I mean, look, I listened to this record when I was over in London a couple weeks ago, and they had less than 1 million monthly listeners. Now they're over 1 million monthly listeners, and they're going to tour with Fontaines, who are just kind of going up and up.
Yeah.
Track number 10, Aeroplane.
Oh my God, I thought it was going to be a green plastic watering can.
Oh, yeah, fake plastic trees.
Man, he's got a bit of a southern drawl happening here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the Neil.
It's the most Neil Young song on the record for sure.
That was great. The song's begging for some pedal steel, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to this, just looking out the window of a plane, and I just wanted it to keep going forever.
Were you just staring out? Did you see anything?
Yeah, just watching mountains and stuff.
That was an interesting squeal coming, eh? Here?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah. Where's the landing gear? He's slowly working his way in.
Yeah.
They really didn't want him in. Jerry, don't play lead. He's just
until the halfway point.
I need to know the story behind this whole outro here.
Yeah, it's about a 5-minute instrumental outro.
Oh, we got a little. Oh, wow, just at the end there. Just a tad of piano in the right ear.
And that is Wunderhorse.
I could totally see your appeal that electric guitar didn't work for me.
Too heavy in a soft song.
No, it was somebody trying too hard to not be. It sounded like a beginner, a good player trying to sound like a beginner for the reason of to be artistic.
Yeah.
But it just didn't. It didn't work for me. It took away. I was really fucking with the song up, and I was like, I could hear some pedal steel, maybe some fucking distorted harmonica, a little bit more harmonies.
Yeah,
maybe the piano in there really got me thinking about Neil Young and Rolling Stones. There was spots where he was hitting the notes to be, but then it sounded like he was trying.
To
try to not be in melody and all that kind of stuff.
Try to be a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I fuck with the song. I'll be honest. I don't know. We usually you and I are pretty similar, but that's one case where I see your point. I see what you mean, and I see how the song could have went in a different direction if you took some pedal steel. Harmonica, all that, but I liked the song
as an overall project. Though it's really cool to hear this style of music coming back. Like we had some Gin Blossoms type of music. We had some heavier, you know, like 90s grungy type of stuff on this album, right?
Then the really good spacious stuff like Superman and Arizona.
Yeah.
Those my top 3 tracks for me, and we probably have 2 of the same ones. Arizona, Superman, Airplanes in my top tracks, but I know you have your controversies with that. But what would you say you're probably one of the earlier ones? Maybe Midas or Rain or Emily. Or
I really liked Rain. I loved Emily. Arizona, Superman.
Yeah. So those
Cathedrals I didn't like. I thought it was just.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
But everything else I really enjoy.
Yeah. I will definitely tell you this. I'm going to go back. I want to go and listen to Cub. The 2022.
Well, let's pose a question to the viewers. Are you guys interested in us doing a reaction to their debut record together? I haven't listened to it. You haven't listened to it. We could go into it completely blind. Let us know if that's something you are interested in. Because, I love this record. It's definitely going to... Will it crack the top 10 of this year? I don't know. It's tough. There's so many good albums this year.
It's been a crazy year.
It's been absolutely insane, and there's still more music coming out like this month and next month. I had a lot of fun listening to this record with you. I hope you had fun.
I had lots of fun. It was
seemed to have a good time.
I had a good time. I thought it was a fucking fantastically mixed album.
Yeah,
like it was mixed really, really, really well, and there was some great tracks on it. I'm happy that younger people are fucking with this sound, and I sound like an old head saying that.
Yeah.
But it's a sound that's, you know what I mean, that's been done before, and I'm glad because we're in, like you said, we're in a world right now of pop and hip hop, and me coming from that type of that rock, hearing it.
It's nice to see that there's still an audience.
There's still in the audience. Yeah, it's still
a big audience. Check out this record in full if you haven't already, without us talking in between. And we'll have some more album reactions coming out this month. It's early in the month. I've got a lot planned. Once I came back from my trip across the pond, I had a whole list of albums that I want to cover. So today I kind of just did like a spin the wheel type thing with my notes app. Not actually, but just kind of went like this and said, okay, fuck it, we'll do this one. Because I've got like 6 or 7 albums that I really want to cover that I think you'll enjoy. So I'm not going to tell you guys, but excited to do them. And if anything new comes out, then we'll cover that as well. So take care, guys. We'll see you soon. Much love and peace. Wow.